So in today's video, I'm going to be previewing Bradford City versus Newport County, and then the second part of today's video, I'm going to bring you guys my Game Week 46 League 2 score predictions. If you do go on to enjoy, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 80 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We're now on the road to 9,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, with that post notification bell on, it's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below your score prediction for this match. What would your starting 11 be as well? Would you make any changes from Tuesday night's 2-1 win away at Barrow? A 90th minute winner which keeps our playoff dreams alive. We have to win. That is the first thing that needs to happen. Mansfield then also need to beat Barrow, and Grimsby have to get something out of their game against Crawley. It's obviously not in our hands and it's pretty unlikely, but if all them three things do happen, Bradford City will be in the playoffs, which, considering where we were a month or so ago, is an absolutely crazy thing to say. It's the final game of the season. It has come around very quick. It only seems like 2 minutes ago since it was at Crawley away on the opening day and we lost 1-0, but we're here for the final game of the season. Let's preview it. Make sure to drop a like on there for me. Subscribe if you're new as well. And let's get into it. Channel memberships are now cheaper than ever, with Tier 1 costing just 99p. Tier 2 has been reduced from $3.99 a month down to $1.99 a month, and Tier 3 has been reduced from $8.99 a month down to just $4.99 a month. Your support, as always, is massively appreciated, and the more members that we have, the better the content will be. Enjoy the rest of the video. If we start out then with how both teams have got on so far this season, my team Bradford City, we currently sit 9th in the table. After 45 matches, we've got 18 wins at 12 draws and 15 defeats, scoring 57 goals and conceding 58, which leaves us on a -1 goal difference and 66 points. Our last couple of matches then have been a win, a win, a win, a win and a draw. Them last couple of matches then being a 2-1 win away at Barrow, a 3-2 win away at Walsall, a 2-1 win away at Salford, a 1-0 win at home to Gillingham, and a 1-1 draw away at Grimsby Town. If you compare that then to Newport County, they currently sit 17th in the Skybet League 2 table. After 45 matches, they've got 16 wins at 7 draws and 22 defeats, the joint second worst in the entire division. Only Colchester have lost more games. Actually, I didn't see Forest Green down at the bottom there, but either way, they've lost a lot of games this season, have Newport. They've scored 61 goals, but also conceded at 72, which leaves them on a -11 goal difference and 55 points. The last couple of matches then have been a loss, a loss, a loss, a loss, and a loss. Them last couple of matches then being a 1-0 defeat at home to Salford City, a 2-1 defeat at home to Tranmere Rovers, a 3-1 defeat at home to Accrington Stanley, with Adam Lewis getting sent off in that one. Newport fans, let me know down below, how long is he suspended for and will he be banned for this match? They also had a 1-0 defeat away at Grimsby, a 4-0 defeat at home to Crawley. You go even further back than that, a 2-1 defeat away at Colchester, a 1-0 defeat away at Barrow. Their last win came on the 16th of March, which was a 2-0 win away at AFC Wimbledon. Their recent form is shocking. They've lost 7 on the bounce. I think we all know how this one normally ends for Bradford City. If we move on then to how I would line up for this game against Newport County, I would stick with the 3-1-4-2 formation. Statistically, it has been our best formation to play under Graham Alexander, so I wouldn't change it for this one. In goal, I've gone with Sam Walker. I thought on Tuesday, again, he wasn't particularly great, didn't really make any saves, which massively stood out. I think he could do better with the goal that Barrow score. Yes, he takes a deflection off the wall, but I still think it's in a pretty comfortable area for him to save. His distribution on Tuesday was really poor. Smallwood had to tell him a few times that just calm down a bit, because he kept booting it high up into the air, but then it was getting caught in the wind because of how small Barrow Stadium is. But on the whole, he has been a good goalkeeper for us. Just the last couple of matches he has made the odd mistake here and there, so hopefully he doesn't make any in this one. Into my back three then, at right centre back, I've gone with Jonathan Tompkinson. I feel like in a game like this at home, we're going to need even our centre halves to be good going forward, and JT has proven that he can provide them overlaps, and he does have that quality in the final third. So for me personally, Tompkinson starts on the right side. In the middle, I've gone with Matty Platt. I thought, all things considered, he wasn't too bad on Tuesday. Obviously Barrow have got a lot of physical strikers, likes of Emil Aqua, Cole Stockton, Jamie Proctor as well, and I thought for the large part Platt dealt with them all very well. Obviously at times, they got the advantage over Platt, as you would normally expect, but on the whole Platt was pretty good, so I would start him in the middle. And at left centre-back, maybe slightly controversial, I've gone with Daniel Ugoke. I feel like for me personally, Kieran Kelly over the last couple of weeks has kind of just been a little bit average, and I feel like Ugoke will offer something a little bit better going forward. While Kelly's obviously a much better defender, I feel like we might need Ugoke's ball playing ability at home. You would expect Newport to come in and come to Bradford City and sit in with a lot of men behind the ball, so I feel like we're going to need a bit more quality on the ball to try and break them down. I think Ugoke, one minute he does something good, and then one minute he does something where you think, goodness me, how have you got away with that? He's a very on the edge sort of player, which for a centre half is not necessarily what you want to see, but we need to win the football match, so I'd rather go a little bit more offensive. And Kelly obviously gave away the free kick on Tuesday, which Barrow scored from, and it was quite a clumsy foul to make. And as my holding midfielder then, I've gone with the captain, Richie Smallwood. I thought again on Tuesday, we don't win that game if Smallwood isn't in that team. It was a prime example of his leadership that we've needed over the last couple of weeks, and I feel like he has massively stepped up and he's grown into that role. Again, we technically score from another one of his set pieces. While it isn't a particularly great ball in, the ball obviously falls to Poynton on the edge of the box, and it's a great finish from him in to the back of the net. So for me personally, Smallwood absolutely has to start in this one. Right wing back, I've gone with Brad Halliday. I'm pretty sure last night was the end of season awards, which I've never really understood why they have the end of season awards before the season has even ended yet. But Halliday scooped up, I'm pretty sure, every award that was possible apart from goal of the season and young player of the season. Pretty much, it was an absolutely outstanding season from Halliday, and obviously has to start in this one. Moving on then to my two central midfielders. Firstly, I've gone with Jamie Walker. If it was the middle of the season, you probably think, no, he's got to work his way back into the team, he's got to be on the bench because he stupidly got himself sent off. But when it's the last game of the season and you need to win, you need your best attacking players playing. So for me personally, Walker should start this one. And partnering him, I've gone with Bobby Poynton. Poynton obviously has got his third goal of the season on Tuesday, and a really good finish as well. His first away from home, and for me personally, I feel like Bobby Poynton away from home and at Valley Parade are two different players, but on Tuesday he looked more like the Bobby Poynton we've seen at Valley Parade, where his performances are much more consistent, and it was to a pretty high standard. I was maybe surprised not to see him get sent off, to be honest with you. I do think the booking which he picked up was very harsh, but then after the booking he made 2 or 3 clumsy fouls, I would say. I feel like he was walking an extremely tight rope, and it was the right decision in the end to substitute him off. But for me personally, I think at home in a game you need to win, all things considered, Poynton should start this one. And at left wing back, I've gone with Tyreek Wright. I was debating Gilead, Richards, but I've gone with Tyreek Wright because on Tuesday I don't think he was that bad. He won quite a lot of aerial duels, to be fair to him, but when he gets 1v1 he very rarely beats his man, which I think for a winger playing in wing back is a little bit concerning. But again, we need to win the game. You need as many attacking players on the pitch as possible. I was even debating putting Harry Chapman at left wing back just to try and be a little bit more offensive, but I've gone with Tyreek Wright because I don't think he was bad on Tuesday. I just feel like he didn't necessarily have a positive impact on the game. He was just kind of average. Some good things, some bad things, but I would definitely start him in this one. And as my two strikers then, at firstly I've gone with Andy Cook. The assist for Tyler Smith's goal on Tuesday night is absolutely outstanding. The footballing IQ to slip that pass through. It's a very similar goal to the one we scored away at Doncaster just before Christmas, and I thought Cook on the whole had a really good performance. He didn't really get much to wrestle with and deal with, but the balls that were going long, I thought he was dealing with Canavan, James Chester. I thought he was dealing with them two very well, and for me personally, should definitely start in this one. Can he get a brace in this one to get to 20 goals for the season? He'll need 4 to get to 20 league goals as well, but for me personally, Cook should definitely start. And partnered with Tyler Smith, I feel like it is only fair to give Smith that opportunity. He's kept our season alive on Tuesday with a brilliant finish, and Smith always seems to score the harder chances and really struggles with the easier ones. Callum Kavanagh for me over the last 2 games against Walsall was very ineffective, but then also against Barrow I thought he was actually quite poor and he was hindering us a little bit, was failing to hold up the ball. He had an opportunity in the first half where he has to square the ball to Andy Cook. Looking back on the replay, it's not as easy as what I thought at the time watching it live, but I still do think the right choice there would be to square it to Cook, who would have had a much better opportunity at finishing it. So for me personally, I would bring in Tyler Smith for this one. On the bench now for me, that'll leave Colin Doyle, Kieran Kelly, Alex Gilead, Clark Adore, Harry Chapman, Callum Kavanagh and Harry Edmondson, who made his first squad appearance on Tuesday but failed to make the bench. The players currently unavailable are Sam Stubbs, Alex Patterson and Jake Young. It has been confirmed that if we do make the playoffs, Patterson has a chance of being back for them, but Jake Young has absolutely no chance. it sounds like he might not even be back for pre-season, which is obviously a massive blow for us. So the players who miss out then through selection would be Ash Taylor, Liam Rideout, Kevin McDonald, Adam Wilson and Matt Derbyshire. Now then we're going to get into my Game Week 46 League 2 score predictions for the last time this season. Let's get into it. Starting out then with AFC Wimbledon versus Walsall FC, I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. Accrington Stanley versus Tranmere Rovers, I'm backing the away side for a 2-1 win. Barrow AFC versus Mansfield Town, obviously we need Mansfield to win this one, but I don't see it ending that way. I do think Barrow pick up the 3 points with a 1-0 win. Bradford City versus Newport County, I do think this game will be pretty comfortable for us, and I'm backing us for a 2-0 win. I just don't think it'll be enough though in the end to see us make it into the playoffs. Colchester United versus Crewe Alexandra, I'm backing the away side for a 2-1 win. Crawley Town versus Grimsby Town, obviously we need this one to finish as a Grimsby win or a draw. I am backing Crawley though for a 2-0 win. Forest Green Rovers versus Notts County, I think finishes in a 2-2 draw. Gillingham FC versus Doncaster Rovers, I'm backing the away side for another win. I'm going 3-1 to Donny in that one. MK Dons versus Sutton United, I actually think finishes in a 1-0 away win. Salford City versus Harrogate Town, I'm going with a 1-1 draw. Swindon Town versus Morecambe FC, I'm backing the home side for a 3-2 win. And finally Wrexham AFC versus Stockport County, I'm going with a 2-2 draw. But I'm going to leave it there then for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 80 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We're now on the road to 9,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below your score prediction for this match. What would your starting 11 be as well? Would you make any changes from Tuesday night's 2-1 win away at Barrow? Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day and I'll see you all tomorrow for the match day vlog. Not tomorrow, what am I on about? It's Saturday, isn't it? It's Thursday today. I'll see you all then. Peace.